232%. So if we poison something for 1,000, we get 2.32. So we'll hit for... Wait, no, sorry, 3.32, right? So that's our multiplier there. Now, if we were to add 100 crit damage strike bonus to this explosion, we'd get 30% of it, so it would go 262. So this would just turn into, 1,000 times whatever that explosion is. 3.62. Do we have any plus dot damage, even? I mean, there's so many multipliers, right? It's not this simple, but we don't have any dot damage right now. Plus damage with poisoning. Plus 126%. If we get 126% increased dot damage, that would be 1,000 times 2.26, right? And then times the 3.32. So, I mean, in theory, that should be a lot more. In theory. Am I missing something? Because we don't have a bucket multiplier for dot damage yet at all. So applying this as an extra vector of multiplicative value instead of just additive onto the one we already have. And then we want to amp off of this, right? I think this is correct. This feels correct. Feels correct. Is there dot damage instead of crit damage on the weapon?
Come in, I don't bite.
It's
Not
just
like I used to, anyway.
No. There is on ring, though, right? I could reroll that damage. Well, the problem with re-rolling is I fucking forgot. Actually, wait, do I forget? Wait, this doesn't require Forgotten Souls, does it? No. We could reroll this dam, or the dex, but could reroll the dam to crit strike. Well, we should either do crit strike damage or damage over time. Am I mathing this right? Where's Aberrant? He's into this shit. You agree with this, Aberrant? Or anybody else who's math-brained like I am? It's Halloween month. Next Thursday we go Poggies on Streamathon. Halloween Streamathon. Was not paying attention. Damn it. Leroy. Do you have an explain? Do you care for me to explain it? Do you want to lend a brain in this or no? What's the cue? Okay, so the build I've put together is basically apply as much poison dot damage as possible. Take the dot off with a crit that explodes for 100% of the dot damage, plus 30% of your critical strike multiplier, right? So critical strike, very good. Now, on a weapon option to add critical strike or dot damage, I'm arguing that it's better to add dot damage instead of critical strike right now because A, we don't have a bucket for extra dot damage as a multiplier. Actually, that's what I'm arguing. To put dot damage on weapon and maybe on ring instead of crit damage. Because instead of getting an extra 30% of, well, 30% additive damage to the explosion when you crit with the crit damage scaling, you'd add the damage over time component as a multiplier and then explode that, right?
Woohoo.
Pathroners, dude, thanks for the 54. Damage over time is added to the base damage additive of the hit applying the dot. That's fine. But if I have 0 and I'm adding 130%, that still doubles it, right? It should, in theory, be multiplied by the crit. Yeah. And no. What do you mean,
As
and
they
no? Hold up.
come, so
Where's my
they
ability?
go.
So if this... where are we at? So this is 126% damage over time. Don't think of it as buckets. Pretty much all ink damage goes to the same bucket now. But it's, I mean, so how's that number calculated, right? If we have this... no, sorry, not this. If we have this, that applies 85k, 570% poison damage over 9. Is that 130 added to the 570? Like, is this what's going on? Like, what is the mechanic? Pretty much all ink damage goes to the same bucket now. So you crit and overpower. Varies for me. I don't remember what overpower does, to be honest, but I've never played with overpower in this game. Hit will be a 1.5. Will be a crit 1.5. Wait, okay, so, but my question is, how does this... how does this 126% damage over time increase apply to this that does 84k of my weapon, 570% of my weapon damage? Like how does this mathed out? Little one. Big old Tobies. Give them to me. Just gotta warm up some food. Yeah. That 84844 is actually after base additive damage? Sure. Right, it's 570% of your base weapon after its total damage and all that kind of shit, right? So how does this apply to it? What happens if I just quit this? It's a 95k. The dot. I just don't... I'm just trying to understand where this 126% factors in. Like, does the word damage over time not mean anything? Is it just added to a generic bucket of 126%? So, 100. Got like 2,000 additive damage already. It defines what additive damage is applied to. In this case, poisoning damage. Damage with poisoning. Increases your poison damage dealt. This includes poison damage over time, but not direct poison damage. Yeah, not the 5% that is, I'm aware. The dot itself. But the dot itself is what's doing the big damage. So this 126% is just added to, like, my all damage and everything additively in a bucket. And then multiplied for the dot? Like, what's even the point of calling it damage over time addition? So it'll be 126 plus 191.4 plus 110 for non-physical. I see, okay. So it's not a multiplier on top of the amount of poison you put in. You could crit your crit damage and okay. Okay. Still though, baseline, because the crit damage amps off of the dot damage by 100% plus 30% of my crit damage. So if I had 100 crit damage on this weapon instead of the dot, that's a net additive 30% crit damage on top of the explosion, instead of adding whatever fucking percentage we just said there. So I think adding the base that the crit damage explosion is based off of for the explosion is probably more effective than adding a little more crit damage right now. Is where my brain goes then, based on what we just talked about.
Friends you'll not find.
So I think we do that. Yeah, I think we do that. What Paragon level did I go to T2? 90-ish? 100? I don't remember exactly. Maybe higher. Okay, then let's do dot. I think dot makes sense. Do you agree, Baron? Based on what we just talked about? Instead of adding 130% dot damage greater than adding 100% crit damage right now. Of which only 30% is used for the explosion. Of which we already have a bonus of 230%. So instead of going to 230 to 60%, we'll add this. Okay. I think same with ring then. Okay. So this we can take the damage and add its damage over time. And this is also just a higher multiplier. Like, is the 39.1% damage in this case and the damage over time, as far as the dot is concerned, in the same additive bucket? So you just take this because it's a double value. The only caveat being it applies only to your dots and not your other shit. Okay. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't get too expensive. But you know it will. I'd rather take this than the damn. There it is. Okay. Baron. What Paragon level are you, Luke? Alright, that's good. I don't think this can have a dot component, can it? Although, I want the armor on there anyways. Armor is the biggest because it's just base weapon damage, which is where it all begins. All the scaling is off of that value on your weapon. Or most of it. Sorry, I'm going to keep the armor roll. Can this even roll? Armor, all res. Oof. UI, please. CDR. Armor's big scaler, yeah, because of this gorilla thing is massive. So much damage, so much base damage. That one's not changing. This is our all res, which. Oh, right. Wait, we're on Torment 2. You have to go to Torment 3. Wait, how do we get so much all res? If we go to Torment. We're on Torment 2, right? Yeah. Go to Torment 3. The lowest is 49.1. That's still minus 25. That's because of the legs. We could actually re-roll the all res off this chest quite safely. If we go to T3, we'll still be at 24.1 over cap. It's quite a lot. We certainly don't need this 14 all res on this chest. This could be armor, which is Giga. Armor, which is Giga. Must be Giga. Yeah, that's big armor right there with the percentage scaling that we have. Scourge. None of these I care about. Alright, let's go for the armor. Got 2 million per reroll on this already. Using an 800 weapon, 100 armor is like what? Well, it depends on what you're talking about. We're talking about the same input, right? The gorilla thing. Depends on what the percentage on your gorilla thing is. But, I mean, it's fucking huge, right? Massive. Considering the small weapon ranges now. It's up to 1500, however you want to get there. Bro, please, my gold. I beg. Just give armor. There, okay. Is that a good roll? Nope. Off other range is only like 10. There we go. Big armor gain right there. That's 300 armor. Multiplied by whatever armor percentage we have, which is like a lot. Although this one I put stinger size and no, we do need the resolve actually. Yarp. 70% on top of that. So that's like what, 500-ish armor, 500 and a bit armor. And then of that, you take 36% of that armor. Say 2/3 just for shits. I mean, it's a lot of weapon damage, dude. It's a lot. Clyper, you need to calm down. You are out of control. Right? Look at this movement speed roll. You can also roll armor. I'm honestly tempted to scrap this movement speed. Movement speed's super giga as well, but kind of depends on the content. If we're doing harder content, we're not moving as much. We're sitting there killing shit. We want to kill it faster. It's a close one. Get your ass back here, Clyper. Get your ass. Motherfucker. Okay. What we need is... You'll actually never guess what we need right now, chat. It'll blow your fucking mind, dude. What we need is Forgotten Souls. Holy macaroni. Which means we're going to go do some Helltads, baby. Because I want to use this weapon. That's going to be a fatty upgrade. Should be a fatty upgrade. Fatty. Hydrate. I do need some water, actually. True. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh my god. Is it worth doing Helltide on T3? Kill stuff a little slower, not that much slower, but a little slower. I do. Why? What happened, Canteger? Not for my mortgage. Mortgage is a different bank, but general banking, yeah. Was there a breach or something? There's a massive scandal? What was there? What happened? There's a scandal and they had to pay $3 billion? Oh shit. For what? Cartel money laundering? What? Oh, will they? I think we could probably just do T3 and get the higher XP and stuff, because that is important. Alright, let's go T3. And get them items. Get that stuff. Okay, BRB. I'm gonna warm up. What time is it? I'm gonna warm up dinner. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Or if you do, come back. Please. I'm so lonely. Okay. Let's go. Yee-ho. Let's go.
Off we go again.
Bean vegetable medley and chicken breast. Oh my fucking god! Nothing quite like Mama Sloot cooking. Bro, they need to fix this. I'm actually gonna go insane.
Not in town.
Let's do boss summoning items. Scooby T3. Wait, I'm already at 3 out of 4 alert things. Fuck. What the hell did you do, Horny? Bitch.
Is someone there? So dark and cold. Please stay. Grandfather was supposed to walk me home.
Yeah, there's so many ranged mobs over there, dude.
We need more time.
God, these shield guys are fucking atrocious. Especially when they're ranged mobs and you have to stay in a circle as a melee.
We need more time.
You left me.
Left me alone.
Oh, I'm supposed to summon an ad? Or not? Boop-a-doop-boop. That was a guy something. Oh, yes. Oh my god, double poison resistant shit. Although I don't know if those stack. That guy. Oh, actual damage. Whoa, hold up now.
Not ready yet.
Hold up now. Actually got hit for non-zero
Need
amount.
more time.
Hearts here, nice. Oh, that's this like little graveyard. How's this guy? Gristle?
Not ready yet.
This Gristle. Did you agree to ever play hardcore in a Diablo game? Come on, buddy, just try it. It'll feel good. There's the that's all the way down there. What are we at? 149. I love farming tormented souls for the rest of my life. It's ever so fun. What were they thinking? It's just weird that they're like, look at all these cool new systems for endgame we added that you are fucking useless until like late T4. When more than half of you will quit the game by then. I'll need quite a bit, actually. Just do Helltide's forehead? Bro, they need to add.
Need more time.
Like, sanity. They need to add. I don't, like, is that a bug? I don't understand what the intent is.
Not ready yet.
In terms of, like, where you're supposed to get Forgotten Souls and where you're not. According to the tooltip, it should be from various other sources. I don't know if there's a caveat of only on certain torment levels, or it's a wrong tooltip, or it's a bug that it's supposed to be dropping and it's not. Tweet at Adam and ask. Easy peasy. Blizzard, true actually in this case. Actually true.
Not ready yet.
Actually true, man. From a CC immune is totally not overpowered as fuck, especially in hardcore.